The first step for building our Canjo is we're going to need the Canjo stick. So the Canjo stick is about 30 centimeters long. It does have a bevel about 8 inches from the end that cuts down about half the width. Our Canjo stick is about 1 1/4 inches wide and 3/4 of an inch thick. If you want these rough, sharp edges, you might want to sand those down to make it a little smoother before you start. You're also going to need a can. Just make sure your can fits on the end of your Canjo stick. Also, you'll need a screw. We're going to use a number 6 1/2-inch hex head screw. You're also going to need a 1/4 inch nut driver for that screw and a 1/4 inch socket for that screw. We're going to need an 1/8 inch drill bit for drilling a hole in the can to put the screw through. We're also going to need a 3/32 inch drill bit for pre-tapping the wood with the screw. You're going to need a drill for doing this. We're going to use a drill press for drilling into the can. You also need a pencil to mark your location. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drill the hole in our can. We're going to use our 1/8 inch drill bit, and we're going to drill about 1 inch from the end, just enough so that I can use my socket wrench to reach in there and tighten it down. So I have this guide set, so it's about 1 inch in. We're going to turn on our drill press. We're going to go down, and we are going to drill in. I like to drill in where the label is. Now we have our hole. Now we're going to fix it to the stick. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take that can with that hole you just drilled. We're going to set that can about 1 centimeter from the end. Okay. We're then going to take our pencil, mark where that hole is. Okay. And then we're going to hook up our 32nd inch drill bit and drill a hole there. All right. So you're going to go for that mark, you're going to drill that hole. Now when you drill, you don't want to drill all the way through. Okay, just drill down enough so that that screw fits in. It's going to be pretty close to all the way through, but not all the way through. Next, what you're going to want to do is set that screw in there, get your nut driver, and you're going to want to run it in there. This is going to pre-tap that hole to make it a little easier to tighten in there when we have to use the socket driver. All right, next, once you have that done, we're going to put the can on and get this started. So in order to put the can onto the stick, you're going to take your screw, you're going to put it through that hole that you just drilled. Okay? You're then going to line up that hole with the hole in the wood, and you're going to start that screw in. If you pre-tapped it, it should start to grab. Then you're going to take your socket, you're going to want to make sure that it's going to go righty-tighty and go in. And if it doesn't click right away, you might have to kind of hold it in there and have it click. But if you pre-tapped it and got it going, it should work. All right, so as you get it tight, you don't have to like crank it down, but just get it tight. Your can is now on there. We are about 1 centimeter from the end. It shouldn't wobble too much, but if it does a little bit, don't worry. Once we put the string in the end, that'll hold this end in place. You're now ready to mark your fret locations and your tuner location and start drilling.